YouTube. Hey, hey.
Hey,
I'm Brian.
and I'm Kristen.
This is the Brian and Kristen podcast. We are a brother and sister podcast duo here. And today's a big day because it's Kristen's birthday. So,
Yay.
everybody, happy
I know.
birthday to
I'm still
Kristen.
I'm still 27. It's amazing. Year after year.
There you go. So, March 8th is your birthday. And how's that? You're a Pisces, is that right?
That's right. Yep. That means
And
I'm
how,
intuitive.
intuitive. That's true. Pisces. Yeah, you're intuitive.
Yeah.
And
Uh, and you know, Mia Moore's a Pisces too.
yeah, Mia Moore is a Pisces too. So that's pretty cool. She just had her birthday a few, well, last week or so. I guess it was
Yeah.
last week. Yeah,
Yep.
and I got, huh?
Oh
And
no.
I got to go to Honduras for that. That was fun. So
Who got the birthday trip? Of course, you got the birthday trip.
yeah. so so cool. You got any big plans for your birthday?
There's a Grand Prix going on, Firestone Grand Prix, so I might go over there, which takes place in down here in downtown St. Pete. But I did sign up for the Madrid half marathon that's going to happen in April, so I'm going to call that like a, yeah,
Whoa, that's awesome.
yeah. It took me a while to. I wanted to sign up, and then it took me a while, and it's. I don't know if you have that challenge sometimes where like you want to do something, but it's kind of hard to commit to it because you know that it's like kind of a big step to start training for a half marathon and then do international travel. It's all the things I want to do, but I was like for some reason fearful to take the steps, but I did it. I mean, I signed up, which that's the first most important thing.
Well, yeah, once you're signed up, you got to go through on it unless you get a job that pays you like $1 million or something, you
Right,
know.
totally. Yeah. So I started training. I just started training this week, and apparently you're supposed to have 12 weeks before you start training for a half marathon. I have 8.
Well, you're okay. That's okay. You've done them before, right? Well, you've done
Yeah.
a marathon before 2 times.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, that's true. You just show up at marathons. You don't even train. You just like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and then he shows up. I actually have to train.
Yeah, that's true. Uh,
Well, you'll wear. I was telling. I ran a 5K last night, and my friend Rebecca. I was telling them how you'll wear the race shirt like on the day, like how they give you the race shirt. You'll wear it for the marathon. Like they tell you don't try anything new. You wear like some cheap cotton shirt on the marathon day and just like nothing happens. If I were to do that, I'd be like bleeding or something.
yeah, I got to put those shirts to use.
uh,
Yeah,
so
that'll be great. And that's in
yeah,
April. What day in April?
April 28th.
Wow. Okay, so everybody mark your calendars to, you know, you have to you
Get
got to
that
film
down.
some of your trip. Now, I don't know if you can film when you're actually running, but
Not like you give a
yeah.
commentary at each mile. Mile 10. I'm dying, but I'll make it.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. So but maybe film some of the scenery and stuff, and then on the week after we'll put it on our
Oh yeah,
podcast.
that's a good idea. And why I like to do marathons in different cities is because I like seeing things on foot. You can see more of a city, and especially when you're doing a half marathon because it's blocked off. You can probably go places you wouldn't normally go. So that's 13 miles of running around a city I would never probably cover. So that's why I like doing them.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cover that much in a trip. I mean, 13 miles is that's a lot. I mean, just even, I don't know how long it would take somebody to walk 13 because usually when you're a tourist, you're walking, it is really cool to see. I mean, like when we did Nashville, I mean, how much of that city we saw. And I know that even when I did the LA marathon, there was places that I had never seen and I'd lived there forever, for 20 years.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
areas you wouldn't go and see, and some of them you need the other. It's not safe if there's not the uh, marathon people with you.
Yeah. Like I ran San Antonio and there were parts of that I was like, man, I would never have come into this area. I mean, it wasn't nice, but it was also just interesting to see like different parts of different cities.
Yeah.
But you know, I mentioned to you before, there's a half marathon in at Mount Rushmore.
Ooh.
And I saw some people at the race last night that had the Mount Rushmore half marathon shirts on, and I asked them about it. They said it's 8 miles uphill and then 5 miles downhill. But they said it was really great because you just keep to, you know, you get to see Mount Rushmore a couple different times. So I think I'm going to keep that on my radar.
Yeah, let me know. That one I might be down to do. That would be, man, that, uphill is hard, but downhill I actually don't like going downhill so much because it's just like it kind of makes me nervous. Like
Hmm.
uphill is more strenuous, but downhill you got to be kind of careful.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a tough one. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I asked
that's
them how they trained. They said they go to some of the bridges that are around here and they would just run up and back on those bridges like several times and get their mileage in. And that's how they train for
well, I could go to where we live and on Killer Hill. Remember where we used to go sledding on Killer Hill?
it. Yeah. Do you remember the time when Blue knocked me off and I fell into the mud? I had like mud caked on my face in the snow. That was terrible.
I don't know if I really remember that, but it
Ah,
sounds
I
like
hated that. I hated
that.
going sledding there. Speaking of hills, right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can just run that. I have terrible memories of that hill.
Yeah, it's called Killer Hill. So it was a dangerous hill for kids to sled down, but it seems like all the kids went there to sled down. So,
Yeah, exactly. Hmm. And
so
so
that's
where are
great.
you?
I'm in, well, I'm either in Connecticut or Massachusetts. I'm not for sure which town I'm in. They got me in I'm looking at the license plates out there. I think I'm in Massachusetts, but
I told
so
mom we were going to do the podcast. She said, "Where's Brian?" I said, "He doesn't know." She said, "Well, ask him where he is on the podcast so he can say he doesn't know." That was mom's suggestion.
that was a good suggestion. Because I'm not really for sure because it's right there close to. I got to ask them downstairs which town it is because I had one gig in Connecticut and then the next day we had one in Massachusetts last night, but it's like on the border, so I'm not for sure exactly where this is. And then today we go to Albany, New York, and then I come home Saturday. So yeah. So that's but I've never been to Connecticut or Massachusetts, so I got that checked off the to-do list now. So
How many states have you been to? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't been to Maine and I haven't been to Rhode Island and I haven't been to Alaska. Um, but other than that, I think all of them. I think the rest of them. I think I'd have to look at the map, but I know that those two or three I haven't been to. Those three I haven't been to. Um,
Well, it's pretty good when you can name off versus the ones you have been to versus like the ones you haven't been to.
yeah, yeah. Now I haven't performed in all those states though, but I've driven through. There's strangely enough, I've never performed in Alabama, which I think would be a good one for me to perform in, and Arkansas I've never performed in, but I've been to both those places driving through.
Mhm.
So yeah, so there's like a few more. There's probably like 8 or 10 states I haven't performed in, but I've driven through. So, but
Hmm.
yeah, there's only like 3 states I haven't been. I think that I'd have to look, but I think that those are the only three I haven't been in now.
Hmm.
So yeah, I was in. I haven't performed in Delaware, but I went through there once. I know that because they gave me a ticket. Those, that radar thing that when you drive
Oh no.
the toll
Oh yeah.
stations. So yeah, I don't. I don't like them because of that. So but what can you do?
Hmm.
So, do you have any most memorable birthday stories?
Oh, well, I shouldn't. A lot of my birthdays, like weird things have happened. Like last year, I had COVID on my birthday. That was great.
Oh,
I had the chicken pox when I was like 8 or something. I always had like weird stuff happen on my birthday. So I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't even put it out there. But
yeah.
memorable birthdays. I remember one birthday, dad took us to Florida. And remember the fire alarm went off in the hotel in the middle of the night? You probably don't remember that. I remember the weird things like that.
Man, yeah, I don't really remember. I was probably
And I,
still sleeping. No. It woke
Dad was
everybody
like,
up?
Dad was like, just leave Brian. We left. No, not really. That didn't happen, but that would have been. Let's see, memorable birthdays. I mean, nothing really stands out. I think usually my birthday's around like spring break. So there's always, I think probably going to spring training in Florida was always
Yeah.
like right around my birthday too. So that's probably the most memorable thing.
Yeah. That was fun. I always loved going on those trips.
Yeah.
Fort Fort Myers, Florida, Cincinnati Reds, spring training,
Plant City.
Plant City. Oh, Plant City, that's right.
What was in Fort Myers? The Orioles.
The Orioles, or maybe we went to see the Minnesota Twins one year, and that was the year. This was crazy. The Twins the year before were the worst team in baseball, and then the following year they won the World Series. And we have still somewhere all of their autographs on a baseball except for Kirby Puckett.
Oh, wow.
But the rest of the team, we pretty much got all of their autographs, and then they won the World Series. But I can't tell which baseball that is that we have,
Oh,
because it's hard to tell these autographs,
right. Well, it's too bad they didn't say thank you to us because we helped them.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, you're welcome. And didn't the following one of the years the Orioles were like terrible, and then we saw them at spring training, and then they won? Isn't that how that happened?
I think that was the Twins.
Are you sure? I thought another team did it too, and we were like, yeah, we're just good luck.
It could have been another team. I don't feel like the Orioles won. Maybe it was, but I think it was the Twins, but it could have
Just
been.
Twins.
But yeah,
Well,
I think so.
I'm gonna keep in mind that I'm gonna just say that another baseball team had good luck
Okay.
after we were there.
Yeah. Well, we can Google it. Maybe look. Well, I don't know if Google would know we were there. They probably would.
We could find the year the Twins did, and then we could see. Well, I don't know, but
See who was
I remember
around then.
meeting Lou Piniella when we were there
Yeah, from the Cincinnati Reds manager.
at the for the Reds. Lou Piniella, right?
Yeah, Lou Piniella. He was the manager.
Yep.
Big
Yeah.
Lou. Yeah, those were some good times. I used to love those. Well, those trips were the best time of the year, pretty much, because it was cold in Ohio, but we got to go to Florida. So
Yep. Still the
that
best
was,
time of year.
yeah. Well, now you moved there permanently, so you made the right decision there.
Yeah, I should go
So,
to some spring training. I think the Phillies train nearby, and so do the Yankees.
oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, baseball season will be here pretty soon. And football just ended. So in fact, our last podcast was kind of about that. So
Yeah. Your Super Bowl halftime. Your Super Bowl performance.
yeah, so that was cool. Well, so that's great. You're gonna be doing that marathon and a half marathon. And do you have you seen the course yet? Do you know where all you'll be running through?
No, but that's a good idea. I should probably look at that, huh?
I mean,
I
you could.
never think about that. In like Nashville, I didn't even bother to look, and I was like, oh, there's a lot more hills here than I was expecting.
Yeah. I
It's
mean, I
better to
need
know
to.
ahead of time.
Yeah. Now, are you going to get there early so you can prepare? Or
Yes, for a couple of reasons. One is because I'm going to be flying standby, of course. A benefit of working for Southwest Airlines, I get to travel for free, minus
cool.
the taxes. So I have to fly standby. So I need to plan to leave a couple days early, just obviously to deal with that. And then also, yeah, get acclimated to the time change too.
Yeah. See, that would be a big one. I would think, because what is it? Probably like an 8-hour difference. Or do you know?
I know it's 6 to the
6.
UK, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It might be a little bit different, but it's at least
So
6.
yeah, because that always kind of the first couple of days of a travel like that, I feel like I'm a little sluggish. So
Yeah.
I think it would be good to get there and then, like, run a couple miles on one of the days just to get used to the city, or at least a little bit, or at least walk around. You
Yeah.
want to get some videos and stuff, you know.
Right. I forgot I'm on a mission to get videos for the
Oh,
podcast. Yes.
I mean, well, to see it. You don't
No,
want to
I
ruin
know
it.
it is a good idea. No, it is a good idea.
Yeah. So that'll be dang. Well, that's a great birthday present to yourself.
Yeah. Yep. I did 6 miles yesterday, so
Oh, you're ready.
on track.
Yeah. Plus, when you get there, there'll be people. I like when you do a marathon or a half marathon and the people cheer you on. I feel like that gives you extra boost of energy
But
because,
all the signs will be in Spanish. I won't be able to read them.
oh, yeah, well, you better start working on your Duolingo.
Yeah. I'll do that. It's probably more I need to spend more of my training time trying to learn Spanish.
Yeah, or we'll send Mia more out there to help you. So,
Yeah, exactly.
well, cool. Well, Kristen, happy birthday. I'm happy that you're going to
Thank
be
you.
running that half marathon and sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. And we were live here on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. We were live on YouTube, but because of Facebook's policies, uh, I was banned from doing live videos. So we're gonna have to repost this and put it up. So um,
No
so just
comment.
wanted to throw that out there, guys. Let you know what's going on.
All right. Yeah, so you'll see it on my page, not
Yeah,
Brian's.
we'll see it on your page. I can post it on my one page and then tag you in it, and then it'll be up. So we'll do that now, and we'll see you guys on the next one. And happy birthday, Kristen.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Yep. See ya.